From adaptability to change to sense of purpose, these 8 signs reveal how long you will live after 70. Sign 1. Physical mobility. At 76, James still chops his own firewood. He lives on the edge of a small town, where winters bite hard and the mornings start cold. Every morning, before breakfast, he walks out to the shed, picks up his axe, and splits logs. Not because he has to, but because he wants to. To his neighbors, this daily ritual is a marvel. They often say, "James moves like a man 20 years younger." What they're really noticing is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity: mobility. When your body can move freely, climb stairs, walk with balance, and carry weight, it's a sign that your muscles, joints, bones, and cardiovascular system are all working together and working well. But mobility isn't just about motion. It's a form of freedom. It means you can live life on your own terms. For James, it's not just about chopping wood. It's about staying strong enough to care for his home, tend to his garden, and keep his independence. Staying mobile in your 70s, 80s, and even beyond doesn't require intense workouts. It's about consistent daily movement, walking, stretching, bending, lifting, keeping the body in motion so that it doesn't stiffen with time. Mobility is often the first sign people notice when someone is aging well, and the first thing they miss when it slips away. Sign 2. Mental sharpness. At 81, Elizabeth is the reigning crossword champion of her local cafe. Every Tuesday morning, she shows up with a pencil in hand, takes her seat by the window, and races against her younger opponents, all of them under 60. And most weeks, she wins. What gives Elizabeth this edge? She reads every day, she writes in her journal, and she's always learning something. From podcasts to history books to chess strategies from her grandkids, mental sharpness isn't about intelligence. It's about engagement. A sharp mind suggests a brain that is well fed with oxygen, well exercised through challenge, and deeply connected to the world. It means memory, problem solving, and learning are still alive and well. But here's the key: sharpness isn't preserved by accident. It's maintained like a garden, with curiosity as the sunlight and effort as the water. As research shows, staying mentally active after 70 helps reduce the risk of dementia, Alzheimer's, and other cognitive decline. And more importantly, it keeps you connected to others, to ideas, and to life itself. Like Elizabeth, those who keep thinking, questioning, and playing are often the ones who keep going strong. Sign 3. Emotional resilience. When Frank lost his wife of 52 years, everything went quiet. The mornings were the hardest, the silence where her voice used to be, the empty seat at the breakfast table. He grieved, but he didn't disappear. Instead, he started something unexpected. He began volunteering at the community garden. At first, just to pass time. But then something shifted. He started planting flowers in her memory, then vegetables. Then he began mentoring younger gardeners. Soon, he became a fixture there, a wise presence among fresh hands. Emotional resilience is the ability to move through pain without being consumed by it. It's not about staying positive all the time. It's about staying human, allowing grief, frustration, and fear, but choosing not to give up your sense of meaning. After 70, life comes with inevitable losses. Loved ones pass, health changes, old roles fade, but those who adapt, who find new reasons to wake up, new joys to pursue, tend to live longer and better. Resilience doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means honoring it and still choosing to build something in the present. Frank's story is proof that even in heartbreak, there can be healing and purpose. Sign 4. Independence in daily life. 85-year-old May has a rule: if she can do it herself, she will. That includes grocery shopping, making her famous lemon pie, and tending to the flowers in her front yard. She doesn't reject help out of pride. She simply values the satisfaction of doing everyday things for herself. Her daughter once offered to hire a cleaner, and May smiled. "I'll stop cleaning when I can't lift the broom." Independence in daily life. Cooking, dressing, cleaning, managing medication, is a crucial signal of long-term vitality. These tasks may seem small, but they require coordination, memory, balance, strength, and motivation. When someone continues to manage them well after 70, it shows that their body and brain are in sync and their spirit is strong. Of course, there's no shame in accepting help, but the more we're able to do for ourselves, the more we preserve our dignity, identity, and quality of life. May's independence isn't just about chores, it's about pride, purpose, and self-respect. And those things, as it turns out, are good medicine. Sign 5. Strong social connections. Every Friday evening, Arthur hosts what he calls the porch circle. Friends, neighbors, and even a few passing tourists end up gathered on his wide front porch, sharing stories, sipping tea, and sometimes singing old songs. Arthur is 79, and he's rarely alone. His phone rings daily. He gets invited to birthdays and baby showers. And more often than not, he's the one organizing the next get-together. Social connection is not just enjoyable. It's essential to a long, healthy life. In fact, loneliness has been shown to be as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and depression. But the opposite is true too. Those with close relationships and regular social contact tend to live longer, happier lives. Arthur's gatherings aren't just parties, they're lifelines. Shared laughter, deep conversations, and the feeling of being seen and valued. These are as vital as any vitamin. Sign 6. Sense of purpose. At 90, Helen wakes up at 6:30 every morning. Not out of habit, out of purpose. She runs a small local reading program for young children. Twice a week, she reads stories aloud at the library. On the other days, she selects new books, writes lesson plans, and occasionally bakes cookies for the kids. She's not paid. She doesn't need to be. She says, "I do it because it makes me feel alive." Having a sense of purpose, something to care about, strive toward, or look forward to, is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity. Purpose fuels motivation. It keeps the mind sharp and the heart open. And it gives every day a reason to begin. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be a garden, a volunteer job, a hobby, or a loved one you care for. What matters is that it pulls you forward, even on hard days. For Helen, purpose is reading to kids. For someone else, it might be woodworking, storytelling, or being a loving grandparent. Whatever it is, it's not just a joy, it's a lifeline. Sign 7. Adaptability to change. 74-year-old Calvin spent his entire career in print publishing. But when everything moved online, he didn't complain. He learned. He took computer classes at the local library. He learned how to email, video call, even post his short stories on a blog. "You're never too old to start," he said. Adaptability, the willingness to learn, grow, and evolve, is a sign of mental flexibility and emotional maturity. People who resist change tend to become more isolated, frustrated, or disengaged, but those who adapt, who roll with life's punches, explore new things, and embrace the unknown, remain vibrant. Whether it's learning technology, changing diets, moving homes, or shifting routines, adaptability keeps the mind active and the spirit open. Calvin isn't just surviving the times, he's enjoying them. Sign 8. Joy in the small things. Finally, there's Rosa. She's 88 and still laughs with the kind of belly-deep joy that turns heads. She finds beauty in everything. The color of the sky, the crunch of toast, the sound of her great-grandchild's footsteps down the hall. She tells jokes. She hums while folding laundry. She celebrates small wins, like finishing a crossword or catching the first tomato on the vine. Joy isn't frivolous, it's essential. Those who can still feel wonder, silliness, lightness, they tend to live longer. Why? Because joy buffers stress, improves immune function, and strengthens the will to live. It doesn't mean life is perfect. Rosa has arthritis. She's lost friends. She's slowed down, but she still finds reasons to smile every single day. And that, as it turns out, might be one of the strongest signs of all. As you've seen, the road to a long, fulfilling life after 70 isn't paved with secrets. It's reflected in the small choices, the habits, and the mindset we carry each day. If these 8 signs showed up in your life or someone you love, take it as a powerful reminder. It's never too late to live with strength, connection, and purpose. If you found this video helpful, like, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more insights on healthy, meaningful aging. Your next chapter can be your strongest yet.